Hello, everyone. How's it going, Kelly?
I'm in the zone now
Are you
after that like
zoning?
zen music. Yes,
Mm.
yes.
Well, I've got a little fire action going,
Woo,
so we're good. And I'm watching football, so
rocking and rolling.
yeah, it's a good night. Wow, it's been a day. It feels like that's the common theme, right? That it's been a day. It's always a day. Lots of news out. uh, Candace had a very interesting opening tonight. I was shocked. Did you have a chance to watch her show?
I made it through about the first 10 minutes of it, so I would love for you to, catch me up on all the things. Today was a pretty busy day for me
Yeah,
as well.
it was. Why don't while I'm pulling up, why don't you kind of go through what all you because you're on another stream earlier,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I was actually doing another stream earlier with on Trigger Smart, co-hosting with Trigger Smart, and we were going over what must be your favorite theory, Blake, the fake death theory.
The
But
squid.
it actually combines a couple of different aspects that I personally am partial to this theory because Jordan Henshaw has been working really hard over the last couple of weeks, like really just 2 weeks, to try to recreate both the crazy shirt movement that we see and actually some of the, we call it the juice squirting out of the neck.
Right.
And he did a pretty good live recreation
Oh,
during the
really?
stream. Oh yeah. Yep,
Nice.
live
Okay.
recreation during the stream. And then we also had Algeist join us, and I think he's in Germany, Norway. Oh my gosh, my mind is spacing. It's like 10 o'clock now. I can't even think where
Yeah,
he's.
it is. Yep.
Yes. But anyway, he's amazing, and he has done, an extensive amount of research when it comes to the sound analysis, and he believes that there was a shot that was fired essentially as a decoy, but for sound purposes only, that was fired into the trunk. So, Blake, you were interested in what was going on in that trunk area,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so anyway, so it was a little
Well,
combination of the
do you want
two.
to maybe run through? I know we kind of talked about it briefly before we started the stream. And apologies, tonight was a little bit hectic. I had some stuff that came up unexpected with work, and so because this is not what I do for a living, and I had to pay attention to that and get some stuff uh, looked at. So apologies for the little bit of delay, but we will be going live. I figured out the key here is probably doing some a live show each time Candace goes live and kind of loop in what Candace talks about, what Baron talks about, and other streamers. I think that is going to actually, at least for me, where I can talk about some things that I'm seeing, things that are being left off. Kelly, you the same, or we can just elaborate on that. I think it's going to be a good value for everyone.
Absolutely. And we're both doing our own investigations in the meantime, too. So don't discount that. We are both adding our own hot and fresh takes to
Hundred
this
percent,
every day as well. So
hundred
there's
percent
lots of new info coming through. Even, oh my gosh, we are almost 4 months. Tomorrow will be almost
crazy.
4 months.
That's wild. Yeah, I mean, it's just wild to think that there's stuff still coming out. I mean, I feel like I settled in probably December, like mid-December, on everything. But what's wild is that there's just a very much so ever changing. Well, at least within kind of the collective of everyone that's out there that doesn't buy into this insane theory that we're being force fed. Well, we're not even really being force fed. They're not even really talking about it anymore, but they're locked in with the 30-06 from the roof. And yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into Candace's right off the rip, her show. And look, I know there's been some times that I feel like I might be not rough on Candace, but like, I'm like, hey, hook us up with the video, right? But at the same rate, like, she's still coming out with stuff here, right? There's still information that's being put out. And tonight's a doozy with the common denominator, the guy on our screen, Brian Harpole. Let's play it and then we can talk about it. How about that?
Let's go for it.
Sentence. It's really easy to catch people in inconsistencies and then to keep replaying what they said about certain things, especially when they don't add up. So I would like to gently remind you all back at home what Brian Harpole said about what typical preparations entail for Charlie Kirk events. Take a listen.
Let's move into the threat assessment and the pre-planning for the event.
Absolutely.
How many days prior were you guys there?
We generally, the permitting process and all that goes on behind the scenes. And then there's a questionnaires that are filled out that we used to, there was a lot of busy work. And then so, you know, kind of like in the military, what you did, we create forms that, hey, let's get this information up front. Mm-hmm. And so that we have a duplication process so that we can confirm it. And so we started our first, before that one, the 24th of the month prior. And so, and that was with the hard conversations, meetings.
You started that on the 24th?
Mm-hmm. Right. And we
That's
do
2 weeks.
at
really?
least. No, well, it started before that with the intelligence gathering and all that. But the hard conversations, the sharing of information, the conference calls, the data sheets, and we put that in a timeline on an app, so that this all goes up, and every guy that's on that job can see all the intel that comes in. It's a decentralized command model for the company, and so anybody can make command decisions for the betterment of the client or the team, and so everything goes on that app. And so when I get it, they get it. And when whoever's gathering that intel, it gets it. There's no hold, there's no power hold on it. And so that first information came in on the 24th, and then the information share starts where we're walking through, you know, everything that you need for a detail.
Everything that you need for a detail. Obviously, elsewhere in the interview, he describes this conversation that he had with the chief of police. He's upset about the chief of police not covering the rooftops because he feels that his team was on it. So on it, you're coordinating with whole police departments. You're discussing drones. Drones were not allowed. And so they just had to let that go. Well, interestingly enough, I received a tip from someone that was directly involved with the planning of an event that Charlie Kirk was supposed to attend the following day. On September 11th, the day after his assassination, Charlie was slated to speak in Woodland Park, Colorado at the Charis Bible College. Okay, so that's in Woodland Park, Colorado. He was slated to speak there. And according to this person, after Charlie got assassinated, there was a bit of a panicked meeting that took place, which was headed by the chief of police. They decided to transform this event into a vigil. And they were panicked because, believe it or not, they had absolutely no security plan in place. They thought, how odd. We don't have a security plan in place. Now we better consider this. And we need to make sure that we have police officer involvement. Why didn't Dan Flood and Brian Harpole and Turning Point USA's security have any coordination with the police departments up in Colorado? If this is what they normally do, and you know, whatever the way he over describes that, and they get the plan, and everybody can access and start to begin to speak, and then we speak to the police. I mean, we do all this stuff. We just didn't think to do that for the event that he had the next day. No police officer involvement scheduled, nothing. Suddenly they're panicked because they realize they don't have anything scheduled. Yeah. So the police chief apparently decided to take measures himself to make sure that the vigil went off without a hitch. That's what I mean. When you lie a lot and when you're planning things you're not supposed to be planning, you don't think through every detail. Yeah. As in the next day. If you expected Charlie to make it to September 11th, you would have been communicating.
So this is my microphone. And that's me dropping my microphone. Wow. Wow. I'm going to just call a spade. And the reason that they did not do any sort of planning in Colorado is because they knew they did not need to do any planning in Colorado.
If there was a read between the lines, those were the lines.
You know, she's spot on when she says that you don't think about these little things, and there's absolutely no possible way that anybody that was doing this planning thought about, hey, we should probably continue on like planning for Colorado. And I think there was even, weren't they supposed to do another Utah university actually short after down closer to where Tyler lived at another university? I mean, they just didn't hide it that well. If this all checks out, and this is, I mean, I'm telling you, I believe what Candace has said here without any shadow of doubt, that they literally did not plan for Colorado.
Yeah.
And that's just bizarre to me.
Yep. There's a great question in the chat about if we could get the records for that app that Harpole was talking about to see, you know, what records that security was maintaining to assure his security. I would love to have those. I think all of us would. However, I mean, I think that those are something that would have to be subpoenaed as part of the lawsuit. I don't believe that those, for example, if they were part of that app that was sounded like it was something shared amongst the security, you know, that wouldn't be something that would be public.
Right. No, that's an excellent point. And the way that Candace led the show was that whoever put Brian up to going on these shows, even though, look, they were handled with kid gloves. I mean, I don't even like that does a disservice to kids boxing to call what happened on Gary Milton's show and Sean Ryan's show to say that they were kid gloves, because I don't want to disrespect kid boxers that way, because it's something different than kid boxing. Like, and even at that, you can see what kind of stuff that he was able to kind of spin himself into just talking to Sean Ryan. I mean, things that just made no sense. And he did an incredible job of kind of, there was a lot of empty talking. And then there were also some things that he offered up that were just kind of bizarre, you know, especially with the Sean Ryan, because, you know, Gary came in, I believe, maybe 2 weeks after that, and did his own interview with Brian. But the main thing that just literally stood out to me is, number one, the dates around that 24th and 25th deadline, or in August, because there are some very interesting things that are hovering around that August 24th, 25th. Notably, the explosives that were on order in Tennessee. That, you know, that's on Barron's show. Barron found that out. Do you have any of that saved, Kelly?
I do. Let's see. I don't want to risk, you know, the hijacking my computer again, but I do have some of it in one of my 200 tabs.
Yeah.
And I could pull it up. Yeah. So
You don't have to
there's
pull it.
a
I mean,
contract.
we've all
I
seen
can
it.
rehash it though. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
contract through the Department of Defense that we could pull up that basically it was a very short contract period in which there had been this specific order for shape charges that was ordered from AES, this munitions manufacturing facility in Tennessee. And what do you know? This order was completed August, was it 24th or so? So, just 15 or so days before that fateful day in Utah. And
Right.
then 1 month after said fateful day, that facility had experienced its own fateful day with a
Right.
massive explosion that
Explosion at a-
leveled the entire facility and could be felt for, I don't know, like 100 miles.
Yeah. The thing that just absolutely, it really got under my skin, that just made no sense, even more so than the fact that they got all the buildings mixed up on Sean Ryan's show. The fact that there's this planning that went on, right? From starting at the 24th, 20th, and then all of a sudden, the day of, they suddenly find out that there's these rocks. I mean, like you can see easily, they know where Charlie is going to be. I mean, he's going to be right here in the menorah. And you can easily see that, there's stuff here that's of concern. And this is just Google Earth. I mean, I would be willing to venture to bet that they've got way more intel gathering capabilities when they go in and gather all this stuff. And the way that he describes it, I mean, that they had every single possible thing accounted for, right? But the fact that they're concerned about these rocks, it's like, it was so obvious to me that he's just trying to talk like they were on the ball with stuff, and he's concerned about these rocks here, that there's no way for these rocks
they're
to be
essentially pebbles,
they
they're glorified pebbles.
Right. And they're inside the non-permeable zone, right? Because it's here.
Yeah.
Across
it was a joke.
It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's strange to me that Brian Harpole, it just comes up in all of these things. And I really, really, really hope that the collective is about to start really looking at things. Really looking at things.
And I think I fully believe that we are. And also I wanted to mention, which, I do need to credit Barron for this one, because I try to stay away from the airplanes. I'm like, I can't look into everything. And so I check myself out when it comes to airplanes. I try to stay away from the things that fly.
Right.
But yeah, so he had noted that there was a plane that had flown right around that time that was near where Butch Hibbs lived, which also happens to be near the airport.
Yeah, Heber City.
Near AES. And Heber City. And so I love going back to this phrase that, according to Erica Kirk, we do not believe in coincidences. So
yep, 100%. It is bizarre. It is bizarre that and Barron dropped. Did you watch his show tonight, Barron's?
No, man, I've been running and gunning.
I know you have. So Barron,
but I need to catch up on all of it.
Look, Barron's got a photograph of one of your favorite people, Slick Rick.
Oh, okay. Tell me more.
In October,
Oh man,
They're at
don't
a
keep me up all night now. No, okay.
They're at a destination, or Slick Rick is at a destination, beautiful mountainous
Oh yeah, I've had
view.
this. I've had this at whole damn time. And yeah, okay. Yeah, he was still touring.
Okay. Who else is there?
Yeah. Oh, well, he was still working for TPUSA at that time. He was still on the tour. He was still along with other security people.
Do you know who else is there? Who there's been another photograph surface at that same location. It's
like Cabot or someone, or Butch
Hibbs.
Butch. Oh yeah, all of them. Yep. So, oh yeah. No, man, I knew about this for months. I had all this saved.
Really?
These fools. Yes.
Hang on, you knew that Butch Hibbs continued the.
Sorry, you guys. I get a little excited. I get a little excited about this stuff because I keep, this stuff I like. Okay.
So Butch Hibbs turned into a real groupie. Like he started traveling with the band.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the gang was all together the whole time.
That is absolutely it makes no sense.
That's why, like, you guys, I mean, I have felt comfortable with where I've been sitting this whole time. I'm like, I knew that these guys were thick as thieves. I knew that Cutler was not a one-off, that, this was not just a guy who popped in to fill a role for a one-day assignment. No, not when he showed up and continued to tour with them at additional location after location. Nope. Right. Well, and then that they were all taking pictures at the same stuff. So yeah.
Well, there is no doubt. And I've got a pretty good layout. That was one thing that we were talking about, how we're going to kind of structure this podcast moving forward. And when we dive back through each thing, I'm going to go through everything with Butch meticulously, because there are a lot of things that's happening in the background with even video that's not like the big focus of Butch. Butch is in the background, right? Doing something where you can see him just hanging out over there with the pink hat person. This, of course, is after Charlie's been taken away. But what gets me the most is even the beforehand. So I know this frame has been out for a minute or so, but it's someone overlooking from the top of the Hall of Flags. And this is well before Charlie has arrived. And Butch and Brian Harpole are both there with the audio guys. And I can't make anything of it. Of course, I have the lens of looking through it with my theory. And I know that Butch is who I dubbed as kind of the general manager of the cleanup. And then, of course, I know what Brian Harpole had on his body that day. But with the fact that they're over there with the audio guys is very telling. And this is well before, Charlie's been there. Because remember, Butch and Brian were also back there in the back. That most infamous scene where, it's Charlie, his last moment of being in the SUV, and Mikey is in the back seat filming him. And they pull up in the back there, and Charlie's getting out. And that was one of the first times I remember thinking to myself, knowing that Butch was doing the cleanup, I'm like, here's Butch loitering, looking suspect as all get out around these college kids back here. It just doesn't look right. And that was one of the most telling things. But of course, you got Brian and Butch there, and Butch had never met Charlie. But a really good question, and this is where the kid gloves come in, is I would love to know if Brian Harpole knew Butch Hibbs beforehand? You know, these
Mm.
are things that I would love to know. Or if I really wanted to ask Mitch this last night, but I didn't want to really upset Diligent because Diligent had Mitch Snow, the whistleblower from Fort Huachuca, on his live space in Twitter last night. And I just kind of kept it real cut and dry because Diligent doesn't like a lot of lateral movement on his on his.
He runs a tight ship. He runs a real tight ship.
He does, and and if there's one thing that I can respect, it is I can respect someone's space that they're the host and they've built, because I know how difficult that is to do that and build that. So I will gladly oblige. So I just asked the question of Mitch, did you watch the funeral? And of course he said no, because my line of questioning was going to go from there with, if you watch the funeral, to me, he should have picked up on Erica's eyes there and then, and not, it shouldn't have waited so long for Mitch just to recognize Brian Harpole from this interview, right? Because that's essentially what got the wheels a turning in Brian's head, or not Brian's, Mitch's head, when he saw Brian on the Sean Ryan interview. So that just kind of went flat there, and I let it go because I think we're going to have some success with the FOIA request that one of our resident attorneys on X has filed, Slick Dog. I really genuinely believe we're going to have some traction there. And he just kept it so vanilla. Just point blank, were these people, did they present their IDs to enter into the base? And were they there on this date, or this date through this date? Cut and dry. We're not asking about any buildings, nothing that can be like, oh, that's classified, right? But because he just kept it so vanilla, it's like, hey, were these civilians, such and such name, such and such, Erica Kirk, Brian Harpole, blah, 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 Cabot, were they present? It's a yes or no. They should not be involved in anything classified, top secret, off, you're not touching this. So to me, the Mitch story will be settled. And quite frankly, if you're brass at Fort Huachuca, you want this thing settled, and you want your base out of people's mouth, right, as fast as possible. I can't imagine this is something that they enjoy people talking about. Can you?
No, this is people have never, so many people have never known how to say Fort Huachuca as well as they do now.
I know how to spell it now. I know how to spell Fort Huachuca now.
Absolutely.
Well,
thank you so much, Gregory. Yeah, chat, please take 3 seconds out to hit the like button to help us out.
I always forget that part. Yeah, this. Repost
if you're joining us from X, please reshare the space. Make sure that you are subscribed to Blake's channel, and also have the notifications on. And then also make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, Kelly Raybon, and have those notifications on too. I'm getting used to saying that as well. Thank you for the PSA break.
That is the name of the game, is to grow. We need people to hear our message, right? And yeah, I'm getting the hang of YouTube. I don't I have to be super cautious of I want to show video and really get into it, especially what I'm about to show here. But just know this, I will put video underneath this live feed on my X page. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I am not going to put the actual video on YouTube because I just busted my tail getting YouTube all set up, and I don't want them to I don't want to upset the YouTube overlords. So the evidence, what I'm about to talk about, will go underneath this live stream on my X page. So go there after this stream is over and it'll be there. Kelly, okay, let me back up and just hit this point home. If somebody knows Mitch, I don't know if this question has been asked. I really wanted him to add me so that I can send him a DM, but he hasn't added me yet. He's not following me, and his DMs are shut. But did you see someone that looked like a skinny Santa Claus? Anybody? Did you see a skinny Santa Claus that was there at Fort Huachuca that day? I would like to know that. Because skinny Santa Claus 47, he's in on it.
Oh my gosh.
He's in on it. He is watching the cleanup and he's making sure. And I will say it again. He's the one that Terrell Farnsworth.
He was making a list and checking it twice.
Yeah. He was making sure Terrell Farnsworth, Terrell SD card Farnsworth, the SD card man, right? He was looking, he was taking orders. He was watching Daddy over there in the corner, Daddy Hibbs, to go and get those SD cards. I mean, it's all over the video. And there's no way that they can refute that. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. So anyways, why don't you, if you know anybody that's watching this, if you know Mitch, see if we can find out that if he saw Santa Claus that night or that day.
We would love to know that. Little Santa in September.
Because Santa's involved. This is like, what's the Santa Claus movie with Billy Bob?
Which one? But is it
with Billy Bob Thornton?
Oh gosh. That's Bad Santa. Bad Santa. Oh my gosh. We need to make a video, like a reel of that.
That would be so good. Like a Bad Santa of
Bad Santa.
Butch.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I can see it right now. Bad Santa on a military base. Like,
yeah.
Oh
He's there. He's there. They're getting the explosives ready.
Somebody's going to stay up all night doing this.
Why don't you tee this up, Kelly, what we're about to watch?
Okay. So, we are going to go over a little bit of kind of fake death theory. And so this is Jordan Henshaw, and let me say that he, prior to the last couple of weeks, had absolutely no experience whatsoever with any sort of special effects in this realm. Okay. But he has been putting in work, literally going to Home Depot, taking some online courses and making it happen. So he's really trying to research the heck out of this thing.
I like those stuffed animals and snowman. Like
he's got his set decked out back there.
Can you see? Yeah. You see who's back here?
Oh, yes. I saw a couple of comments actually in the chat. Someone was saying you needed to move your reindeer.
It's actually a dog. He fell over. It was windy today. Here in
I was hoping your dog didn't.
Yeah, no, it's not a reindeer. It's a dog.
That fell over.
Yeah. Or sometimes my dog actually tackles it. He thinks he's like going to play with it. But I think the wind did that today. I got to get my Christmas down.
I haven't taken mine down either.
It's
I've been too focused on this. So
it is starting to bother me. Which I have my totes over here and they're about to, that's the weekend project or tomorrow project. Can't wait. All right. Well, I'm going to press play.
Yep.
And I watched this, Kelly, and I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm sure this is a nice young man, but I'm going to hit play first and then we'll go through it.
Got it.
That the magnetic clip does fall off, but I think the reason we know that it doesn't is because there's another angle showing it still on the shirt well after the event, but people are getting confused because there's wrinkles in the shirt and it's getting hidden by the wrinkles.
Yeah. The letter F is gone too. So like in the same spot that you see, if it's basically in a straight line, but the F of freedom is folded under and the mic is also folded under, you can see the magnet just a little bit. And then I pointed that out to John And he ran through it. He reran his analysis considering that. And then he saw that it was pretty obvious that it kind of exploded it moved towards and then back away. So it didn't like boom across the body. It kind of like went boom and came back. And that's basically been proven now.
And it does get really difficult to keep track of the video that you're using, what the origin is, exact date that you got it, the exact date that it was entered into, we'll call it evidence, the public sphere, right? And to make sure that it wasn't tampered with, and because unfortunately many of these videos have been, and so that's just one more thing to keep in mind as we're working with all of these videos as best we can.
And now for this case, I specifically used because
the Twitter Spaces last night, and someone had a pretty good answer to that. I asked them that question, and they said that.
Yep, we're gonna do that here in just 1 second.
Where did I pass it?
On the floor of a vehicle.
We haven't gotten to the testing yet.
Have I not got there yet?
Yep. I will scroll forward a little bit more.
Yeah, I can just find it.
That is, it's really important to. Okay. I first want to address one problem with the theory is the cavitation. I know a lot of people talk about the cavitation. They think that because we have the one frame of where it looks like Charlie's neck is puffing out.
You can keep going. Yeah.
I blocked the projectile. The course on.
Real quick, he will have more versions on his YouTube.
He's almost there.
You're good.
Yep. There you go. Yep. He's got his safety glasses on. Here we go. Everybody brace yourself.
Tomorrow night, as well as every weekday next week, just to demonstrate the reliability of the system, even though I'm still working out the kinks. So here we go.
Here we go. That's right. The real sassafras, one of the perpetrators, got to be losing sleep. Oh, okay. I think he's been working at this, about maybe 2 weeks. So it's really impressive to see the amount that he has developed his theory. And
is he like doing this in a dorm room?
And just for those watching, it's not an explosion. So I see some people like, be careful, Jordan. It's air pressure and liquid. So he should be safe. He might get messy, but he'll be safe.
Look at him. He's going to make sure he doesn't get in trouble.
Safety
with
first.
Safety first. Yeah.
Safety first.
Okay, 10 seconds. Hold up. I need to record this so I can analyze it real fast.
And he does. And then he ends up using John Bray's you're good. You're good, Jordan. Analyze it. He's smart.
Dude, it's weird. It's weird hearing you and then you hear.
I know.
Hang on. Which Kelly? Which 5, Kelly is it?
4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3.
So there you go. And you can see the clear liquid coming out of that area. You can see the shirt, bulge up and that kind of stuff. And I believe he also, depending on how he sets it up, you'll see the necklace fly up too. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. So in this case, Jordan used clear liquid. On my stream, he used green liquid when we tried it previously. I don't know if Matt had requested that he use clear today, or if Matt had requested to use clear instead of using a color, or if he just decided to use clear on his own. I'm not exactly sure, but it did make it a little bit hard to see there, but there was a good amount of liquid that came out. So.
Wow. Okay. So look, this is what is going to have to happen for the squib people. I'm not saying like, I see it. Like I mean, that's impressive that a kid can like do that and honestly get kind of a similar looking thing
at home. Yeah. With no formal training.
Someone is going to have to pull off the entire thing where
the prosthetic neck and everything.
Sure. Yeah. Like, I mean, the whole 9 yards. So is that what everyone like that there's a prosthetic neck? Like that's not Charlie's neck? Is that what the argument is?
That's what I think. Yeah. Yeah.
So someone's going to have to do this, Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if someone can do it to where it is replicated as close to possible. Like that has to be done. I mean,
Okay.
the mannequin, even with the blood, I mean, it just has to be done so close because
Okay.
it's so hard for people to wrap their head around.
Y'all just make sure they don't take me out in the meantime. I'm on it.
And look, Charlie's going to have to, I mean, if it is true, if someone can do this, if someone, I'm trying to find the part where does he get the little choo-choo, the caboose?
The caboose.
He like gets a train and he puts it right here. The train is his microphone. He pretends it's the microphone. It's a train.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Did I just dream that up?
Maybe.
Oh my word. Where in the world did it go? I thought it was right in here. Right here.
Like this. That is the very, but on his front, it seems like it's large enough to house an explosive. So they say it must be the microphone that's exploding. But what I say is, okay, yes, I agree that the shirt behavior indicates that there is an overpressure event underneath the shirt. But what I do is I look at it and say, what do we see happening on the very first frame? Sometimes it's the shirt puffing out in the back, but on his front, the very first thing we see is this part of his shirt moving up like this. That is the very first thing we see.
Okay, that is not even remotely close to being true. Because the shirt never comes from where his sternum is. And this is where, unfortunately, since we're doing this on YouTube, like I can't go and show that video because they'll strike me. So I will put this, everyone watching, I will put it underneath the video and I will show y'all exactly what I'm talking about. Like it does this. The microphone is right here and the microphone moves laterally from clavicle to clavicle. It goes here. Nothing comes from down here because it moves clavicle to clavicle across.
And say, what do we see happening on the very first frame? Sometimes it's the shirt puffing out in the back, but on his front, the very first thing we see is this part of his shirt moving up like this. That is the very first thing we see. It's not this, it's not this, it's this. And so what I say is we should look at that area on the chest since that is the very first thing that's moving. And that's what I do with my theory. And I can reproduce exactly what it says. I'm distracted by the comments, sorry. I can reproduce exactly what the shirt does using one of these CO2 canisters with a hose and with basically an HVAC drain cleaner by plugging the hose with a pendant. And I don't think I have my other spare one, but you plug the hose with a pendant, it builds up pressure, then it pops. I can reproduce the shirt behavior.
I just want to address this comment really quick because we've had multiple of this one. So people are saying which mic, and then they're saying if he's wearing a mic, why is he holding another one in his hand? So we're referring to if you see on his white shirt, there's that square or rectangular magnet. There's a mic underneath that. It's a wireless mic. And then in this case, we're talking about that one. The reason he has both is because the one in his hand is for the PA system. The one attached to his shirt is for social media and for his own recording. So he has both, and that's not untypical or atypical.
So I just posted it. And that's where, like, and I don't necessarily know, like, what point it is, other than the fact that he's making the argument that it's impossible because he's saying it goes down to the sternum and then up, and that's not true. I posted it below the video right now for everyone to go and look. I mean, it's plain as day that the microphone, it shoots out because it's directional, and that's where I believe they've literally they did not calculate on the neck shot. I mean, I genuinely think it was meant to be a chest wound the whole time. And the neck wound was just, I think it was a oopsie. I really do. I don't think it was ever supposed to hit up in the neck.
But I mean, still the way that if we looked back at that video, though, the way that it almost goes straight up, it's the strangest thing. It
Yeah,
reminds
there's some
me,
force.
it reminds me of, when you're like as a kid, and I can't do it right now, but when you would like stick your arm under your shirt and do like, that, and like,
That's actually really good, Kelly. Like, that's actually a really good point.
things. It's like,
Yeah,
when you
like we have a long sleeve. I could do it if I wasn't wearing this.
yeah.
this
And you put your
jacket.
fist under your shirt and
Yeah.
you do like that. That's kind of what it has always reminded me of.
Yeah. Yes.
It's
bizarre.
it's like what it looks like. It's just this punch
So-
up motion.
So it's never, because for everyone that is on X watching this, and hopefully you're able to go and watch this video at the same time. I don't know, maybe that I posted of Charlie. It's actually in the middle where I spliced it in. You can see where the microphone shoots. It does this move. It comes back in, and you can see there's a bubble on one of the frames, and that bubble is right by the neckline. And the next frame after the bubble is when it discharges into his neck, because you can see some blur, which is like there's a force that's being unloaded, and then that's where the wound appears. Finally, right then, after all of this stuff, finally, that's where the wound appears. That's why there's something happening under his shirt, and it's not from a bullet that causes all this craziness with the necklace. And I mean, it's coming from right here. And so what I would say, and what's his name again? Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
Jordan is saying that it's coming down here, and that's what caused the necklace, I think. I disagree with it. I think it's because the necklace snapped immediately because it ran right across here, and that's what made the necklace fly up right here. Because if you notice, it's this side of where the necklace is. That is the side of the necklace that shoots out, which is the side that the mic is on. So the mic is shooting across laterally from clavicle to clavicle, with the necklace going back. And that's where you see with Candace's JPEG. Candace, if you're watching, throw us the video, please. Throw it. Put it out. We need to see it.
Yeah, but I mean, like the public needs to see it, because I don't want to see it and then just have it influence my opinion. I'm going to need to see it so then we can all, get it out there.
It's time.
It's time. It's beyond
111 days. 111 days.
Yeah. She did post it. No, I don't think she posted the video.
No.
When did she post it? She posted tonight, beekeeping? I don't think so.
Beekeeping with Ravina. I'll give you $100,000 right now, homegirl. If you throw it out.
The authentic video. It's got to be authentic.
Throw out the video from the back.
You need to make sure that you.
Kelly, I know it's not out.
Qualify the authenticity.
Oh, okay. Right now let's say Candace will probably throw it out right now.
Right.
And at 10:22 up until 10:22 Central Time on Thursday, January the 8th, I can tell you the video has not been put out. Only 2 JPEGs have been put out.
Wait, Jack Hibbs is on Fox News right now?
Huh? Oh, I can't turn this game off, though.
Sure you can, Blake. You can always come back to the
18
game.
seconds. Okay. For Jack Hibbs. Are you serious?
For Jack Hibbs.
Doing what? It doesn't really surprise me. I mean, he goes on Fox News all the time. I mean, yeah. So anyways, look, I applaud the young man for his tenaciousness, whatever, going after this, doing this, because this is what it's about, right? Like, he's putting in the work. He's doing his best to, explore a theory, have a hypothesis, doing the scientific method, the whole 9 yards. So with that, I tip my hat to him. I cannot get there. I'm going to need him to probably go and find someone in a movie studio. Where does he live? Do you know?
Jack?
No.
Sorry, I was
Jordan.
still stuck on
Jordan.
that. I was still stuck on that because they were saying that Jack was on there discussing the direction of America's youth. And so my mind is like, oh God, they're pitching, the TPUSA, getting in all the high schools of America. And oh my gosh, my mind went already all down that rabbit hole because that's definitely what they are doing. Jordan, no, I can't recall where he lives.
Yeah.
But I know he's not in Central Time Zone. I do know that.
Okay. Well, if he is somewhere close to like a movie studio, or if he's got someone like even a makeup school or something, like this is what's going to have to be done for the entire squib people. And yes, Kelly, I would probably say you are at the minimum. I'm going to say you're like a lieutenant. You might be like a captain. You're like you're one of the captains of the squib crowd. Okay. So
reporting for duty.
Yeah, you've got the 2 bars. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I've got to corral everybody in.
Yeah,
Get us
you're wearing
organized.
2 bars up here, but
Yeah,
you're gonna have to go and start like proving some stuff, because that is such a big thing for everyone that just cannot wrap their minds around the fact of what we saw.
Oh, Jordan is here. Jordan's here. Sorry to interrupt you, Blake.
Yeah,
Jordan's
where's he
here
from?
just in time.
Is he where is he? Like
he could
on
even
stage?
if you wanted to get crazy, he could even join us if you wanted.
Is he ready to like show some blood coming out of a neck? I want to see human. I want to see this coming out of a human.
I'll have to see.
Will you do it? Are you going to volunteer, Kelly? You going to?
Hey, if somebody will put a prosthetic neck on me, I would even I would probably let someone shoot.
What do you think this would cost? You want? I mean,
I'm gonna find out.
How much money do you think we need?
I already have a few. Hey, somebody said, "Hey, Kelly, go Max." Yeah, you said it at just the right time.
I don't know. Like, okay, let me ask you this, because this is interesting. Let's explore this for a second,
Okay.
Kelly.
Yep.
Do you think that the charge? Okay, first, let me back up. Did the microphone have to do with the squib being exploded?
Not necessarily. No.
Okay.
I don't think it had to. No.
So what
No,
was that?
no,
then?
actually, no. I what my thought is. Oh, I said okay. That's funny. I'll tell you about something else later. There's a comment in there, but okay. I think there are a couple of things that could have happened. One, I think that, for example, if he's wearing the prosthetic neck, I think that Rick Cutler or someone, maybe even Brian, maybe even your boy Brian, could have triggered something, touched the button, whatever, to cause the thing to go, the blood to go. Now Jordan could give us more of the specific, the specifics as to, like, who triggers that. But yeah, somebody had to like trigger it to start. Oh yeah. He said, can I come on another night? He does really want to come on.
No,
Another night though.
Let's do this.
Yes.
Let's have it. let's set it up and organize it, because I really would like to push him on a few things. Most notably, I really want to get down the specifics on the direction of what happened underneath his shirt, because for whatever reason, I want to see what he's looking at, where he's forming his opinion from the sternum, because I do not see that in any one of my originals. If he needs to see some originals, if we need to go just on Rumble, where I think Rumble acknowledges that we're adults. YouTube, I think, is the only one that thinks that we're like gonna have nightmares at night, so they want to censor everything they can. I think that's just the only platform that thinks that it's going to give us nightmares. But if we have to do that, we'll do it, because I think this is an important point to hit home, right?
Yeah, it's like we're workshopping things, you know?
Yes.
And that's the thing. It's like, you know, I don't want people to come in here and be like Lion's Den, you know, like we're workshopping things.
Yeah, Miami just won. So I agree with you. Now,
can I throw one more thing out real quick about Cutler, though? Okay.
Yeah.
So my other thought, though, was we're talking prosthetic neck and, you know, squib situation, for lack of a better term, that with, you know, I've talked a little bit about Harpole, knowing a whole lot about this simunition thing. And simunition is a type of ammo that is like, it's like simulated ammunition. It's not supposed to be fatal, but it's, you know, it can like, it can pack a punch, but it's not fatal. It's not going to like penetrate the skin. Anyway, my thought has been, again, I'm not a ballistic expert, but this is a thought, is that it hits the spot, and that also helps to trigger the place where then the squib releases the blood.
Okay, so Jordan is bringing up okay, we have no discovery. So agreeing on video authenticity is very important. So is he trying to say that my video from the UVU review is like not authentic? Or is it that he just doesn't know which videos are authentic, do you think? Has that come up?
No, I mean, he can tell you himself, but I don't think that was part of the discussion earlier. I just had brought up earlier that I continue to remind people, because everyone wants to investigate and everyone wants to say this, that, and the other. I mean, I get people coming at me all the time about, why aren't you digging into this? And why aren't you looking at this? And I'm like, I look at the video and I say, well, this video looks fake to me. That I try to remind people, hey, you know, you need, if you're going to investigate, you need to understand where your video comes from. So I assume that that's what Jordan is trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if Jordan, I mean, I would assume with he's made it this far and he's able to put together what he's put together. If he needs to see any video to authenticate it himself, kind of like what Mid Gray has done, I'll be more than happy to oblige and give him whatever he wants to see to authenticate it through metadata or whatever. I mean, because this one that is kind of the mother of all videos is the UVU review video. I mean, and until we get the close-up, Lord willing, from Turning Point, right? I mean, those are going to be the absolute, I mean, those are everything. They literally show everything, and it makes, when you know what we all know, it makes perfect sense why old Terrell went in to get them, right? Because they were that important, right? Wilson 45613, thanks for your super chat. Is the necklace being blasted laterally and then swinging up like a pendulum? At which point does it actually break? One of the pendants hits his neck. So this is what's interesting, is the video and some of the close-up photos. It's hard to see if he just has like a crucifix style, just a singular pendant, or if there's like multiple, like there's a Saint Michael, the archangel, with a crucifix with because I've seen multiple things. And quite frankly, like when you're looking at, bring this up on stage, like I don't see a necklace here where there's like I just don't see it, like where there's a lot of, it looks like just a flat crucifix possibly. I mean, Kelly, have you seen anything that shows multiple pendants coming from like, or is it just a single?
It's hard to tell. I have seen at least one picture that does look like it's kind of heavy in that area. You can't tell it there, but there's a photo where he's leaning forward more. And
right.
Yeah, and the necklace.
You can see it swing back,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as he's, especially when he's throwing out hats, because he's Charlie's doing his bet. I mean, like he is literally getting hats to as far back as he can in the crowd. Let me play this right here for a second on what Barron was talking about.
Square with rounded corners that ended up here on Charlie's shirt that was that exact same size. Because Charlie Kirk was wearing a Rode Go Wireless 2 microphone. Now, here's what we don't have. Do you guys remember? I'm going to come back to Butch in just a second. There's a lot more Butch to be seen here. You guys remember a week or so ago, Candace Owens, maybe just a couple of days actually, time goes so fast. Candace Owens put out a video or a picture, a still frame of a picture of Charlie Kirk from behind. This was the disputed image that Terrell Farnsworth went and got the SD cards and pulled them out. Do you remember this? And he was called on the rug for it. And I think they started panicking. And he was like, oh my gosh, we got to cut this off. So rather than allow it to fester, he took control of the narrative and went right to the most trusted person in the Charlie Kirk investigation, Candace Owens. Because if you can convince Candace Owens it's not a big deal, guess what? No one else is going to talk about it. Ryan Matt is not going to talk about it. Sam Parker's not going to talk about it. Baron Coleman's not going to talk about it. Coach Collins not going to talk about it. Ian Carroll's not going to talk about it. I mean, generally speaking,
I'm going to pause it right there because you know what? Because if Candace says y'all need to move on, guess who's not moving on? And guess who Baron did not say? Me. Because you know what? She ain't my chief investigative officer. She ain't ever going to be. I will do my own looking at things. I don't need Candace to be like, I need to move on. He's good. It's good. That's how you get in problems with stuff. Like that's how things get kind of overlooked, is by that kind of mentality. Plain and simple. I just thought it was funny because he knows not. I mean, yeah.
If Candace says, I've checked into it, there's nothing to it, most of the time, the Charlie Kirk investigation moves on. Most of the time.
Except for Blake.
Most of the time. Not every time, but most of the time.
Or Kelly.
I think she should probably release more.
We won't say her name.
I think it's pretty telling. I haven't really gone through it myself. I've looked at the image she released. I have strong opinions on it, but I don't want to cover it yet tonight. But that image that was taken from behind, to the left of that image was where the sound people were set up. Right before the event started, after this picture was taken, Butch Hibbs walks up to the left side where the sound guys are.
Yeah, so we talked about this. So Wilson 45613, to answer your question, it's hard to say exactly. I believe there's multiple things happening underneath Charlie's shirt. But the one thing that I can settle on, I believe, is going to side more with John Bray, and the fact that the microphone shooting across laterally is what causes the necklace to snap. With that being said, it also could be the fact that it's also the pendant in the necklace. I mean, that is, you can go right now and look up on Grok and see, type in some questions, prompts about explosives in a pendant. It's very possible. I mean, Grok will lay it out in a very, very nice format. So I can't discount that at all. It's bizarre. I just know this much. The video that Candace has from the back shows everything, because you're going to see where the first movement was. If it's the necklace coming back, then to me, that would lead us to believe that the pendant had something to do with it. And look, there's a reason that, honestly, one of the very, very, very first things that happens is what I've always thought is a clasp, as it's firing behind and shooting off behind Charlie at Charlie's. If he's sitting here at 12 o'clock, it's going to be at like at 7 o'clock. Something is firing at 7 o'clock, like it shot off. And this is at the very moment that you also have at the temple or the top of the tent, you have a shockwave going upwards and outwards that was captured on a video or an iPhone 16 Pro Max. It's 60 frames a second. And that would have been to Charlie's 3 o'clock-ish. 3 o'clock and like 45 degrees. Yeah, about 45 degrees. So those are the first things that happen on that one video. Is really, really good. It's the 2 minute and 41 second video on the archive website. And I believe it's number 6. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's the archive number 6 file that you can download and look. And it shows all of this. It also shows the wackiness of the audio after Charlie's gone. So a lot of people don't realize that the audio was jacked up even afterwards. It was still maxed out. And this is just bizarre, because there was something weird with the audio. And what's wild is it's on that video where you can hear it. It's about 1.5 minutes or a minute of just really loud, like that's all you hear. And then who comes back? Do you know, Kelly?
The audio?
Yeah, who comes back to fix the audio? Philip.
No.
Philip actually walks back to the tent very gingerly, and Philip is the one who actually kills the audio. And it's on that video. It's on the 2 minute, 41 second that anyone can download. You just have to be looking for it. The person shooting that video gets a little careless with it, and I can't blame them at all. I mean, they were actually scared because they probably actually thought that there was a shooter loose. Unlike everyone that was involved with Turning Point, they knew there was no shooter. So everyone's scared, and I can't fault them for being like really rough with the camera. But you just have to look for it and pause it, and you can see all of this happening, but the audio is very much evident. But I'll look into this and we'll address it in another chat. Thank you, Kelly and Blake, for your dedication finding the truth. Thank you, Gregory Worth. Really appreciate that. We appreciate you guys for tuning in, because quite frankly, I wouldn't do it if I would not be here if it weren't for you guys. There's nothing in it for me to put my neck out here. And quite frankly, like, I really want to grow bigger, just for the fact that I feel like it kind of shelters me and insulates me a little bit more, because there was a period of time there when I had all of these videos and I was not getting like the boost from Ryan Matta. Like he just kind of left me alone. I don't know why. And like I was like, damn, why am I like, this is not good. Like if I'm kind of making myself a target if I'm putting out videos and they're really not going viral because I'm really not that popular. Like, what's the point of this? And I can shout it and send it to Ryan in 5 DMs and send it to Sam. No, I didn't send anything to Sam. It was just Ryan early on. And I was like, why is Ryan why is he not putting these out? You know, like these are like pretty good. Like, what's up with this? And then luckily I was able to ride some good boosts, and it all happened organically. But I'll be honest, like it kind of got me worried where I was like, this is not, I mean, there's, if you're just talking like risk management of safety and stuff, I mean, you kind of have to have people share your stuff and get big. Otherwise you're just kind of, you're just inviting. I don't know. I felt like I had a target on me for a while. Anyways. So
yeah, tell me about it.
Thank you everyone for being here and supporting Kelly and I. And thank you for still being interested in this like we are.
Absolutely.
We're not giving up. We're not giving in. The real sassafras. Keep up the good work. Keep on sharing and liking so your channel grows. We appreciate that. That's what it takes, really. Don't keep us a secret. I think we're pretty based, Kelly and I think we're pretty based individuals. And we'll let Kelly's squib theory, you know, she's still based, even though it's a little bit out there. I'm rooting for this. I really am, because I really don't want to believe that there is this kind of sinister, like inner circle diabolicalness. I really do not want to believe it. Even though that's where I'm at, I do not want to believe it. I hope that they can show all of this and Charlie is somewhere in an underground bunker living his best life. It reminds me of that movie. Holy shit, with Brandon Fraser. Brandon Fraser's parents, they think this is like in the 50s, and they think that, or 60s, and they think like the Cubans or the Russians in Cuba fired, or the Soviets fired a nuclear bomb, and they go down to a bomb. Have you seen that movie? It's got Alicia Silverstone in it.
Okay, this is starting to sound a little more familiar.
Okay, Brandon Fraser grows up in a bomb shelter, and then he comes up.
Yes. Okay.
And he dates Alicia Silverstone. It's a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
And basically this is what I think Charlie would be doing, is like he's Brandon Fraser if this is true. So I'm pulling for the squib crowd to be able to show this. I really am. Yeah, but we are based individuals, and we are going to go at every angle possible.
Blast from the past, maybe?
That's it. Blast from the past.
Okay.
Charlie's Angels. Blake, you have great footage. Check your messages. At Deep Throat is a great researcher. Since I sent him your clear footage, we dialed in on something big. Can we connect this week? Also, hi, ADM Kirk. Awesome. Wow. Cool. I'll be looking for it. Charlie's Angels. That sounds familiar. Who is that? Sounds very familiar. So, okay. I was going to show you let's kind of play through this.
Can't see it, but it doesn't look like it's there. It doesn't look like it's there. Well, if Tia Toomey, and you could go, yeah, but so were 25 million other people that day.
You've seen this.
No, they were both at Fairy Lake.
Oh, yeah.
Kelly, where have you been? Like, I mean,
look, this was before y'all like even paid any attention to me when they were doing these little trips.
See, this right here, Kelly, is why it's so important that we go back
Yes, back
like
to the beginning.
yes, we're going to segmentize this show where we tackle current stuff, and then we're going to do a little graphic that this platform is able to do, and it's going to look cool. And it's going to be like, all right, now we're going back. We're going to do a backtrack, blast from the past segment.
Mhm.
Okay. And we're going to go back through stuff like this, because I did not realize that Bad Santa was at the same place as Slick Rick at the same time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And in fact, like on his Facebook page, on Rick's, it had so many comments, because at the time I thought, he was kind of, a lot of people were sketched out by him, and I didn't know if people would actually be commenting on his photo thinking like maybe he was sus, right? But no, his friends were real supportive of him, men and women from all over. Oh man, you look like you're having the best time. Go, go, go,
Yeah.
And then that's how I had also realized that he was tighter with, say, Dan Flood's family or whatever. I'll just lay that out there, because I started making connections between families of the other security folks, because then I could tell who was commenting on. They're going to shut all of that stuff down now that I've said all this in the stream. But yes, all that stuff was on there too.
Well, there is that. Well,
that's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Y'all know. I just lay it all out there. It's fine.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
So I think that would be very beneficial to go back through chronologically, and we are going to start it probably, I think Monday will be our big, where we actually start following this itinerary. That's a good word for it. It's going to be an itinerary, and I think we're going to let everyone kind of be the driving decision makers behind things. If we get to the end of a period and we have not gone max enough on the subject, then we'll stay there, right? And we'll address it, because this is something that's so crucial, because there's a lot of things happening early on, especially in that first 2 weeks, that I feel like now we're going to have a different, it's going to feel different. I just have a gut feeling about that. Especially with some of the things surrounding Tyler. And that's why I really wish, like, if there's information out about Tyler, like, we really need to be able to get a hold of it. Like, I'm not saying that someone's been sitting on that information about the steakhouse. I'm not saying that, but I would hope that it wasn't something that's kind of been set, because all of this is all different. And it's unfortunate, because quite frankly, it coming out in January of 26, when this happened in September of 25, look, y'all, that footage is long gone. I don't know. I don't even know if big corporate security cameras and DVRs and servers, if they back up that long. I really don't. I mean, I know my company, I have a really good system, and I get like 60 days, and it's like 12 terabyte storage of about 6 cameras that are 24/7 and 4K. So, or not even 4K, it might be like 2.7, like 1440. So that's gone. That footage has been recorded over probably twice. We're too late. And I think that's one thing that between you and I, Kelly, that we've been like, damn it, we should have gone. We should have gone like back early.
So yes, absolutely. Look, it's always best to go get things while it's fresh, while it's hot. But that does not mean that there's not still advantages to go now, because the dust has settled. At this point, we would be approaching things with a fresh take. with the gift of time, processing things, looking at things through a different lens than what we would have been 4 months ago. And people who are there, also may be more inclined to speak now than they would have in those initial couple of days. In some
Right.
cases, they may be less inclined, but in other cases, hopefully, they will be more inclined. So, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And that's just how I look at it.
Yep. No, I'm with you. Okay. Techie Head, $10. Thank you for your super chat. He was wearing a fake neck chest prosthetic that was too detailed. Whose tatas would be hard in 92-degree heat? I mean, look, he might have been wearing that smedium. When you're wearing the smedium and you really need to be in that medium, your tatas are going to be showing. It could be that, or it could be what you're saying. So, Techie Head, get with Captain Kelly here. You can be a lieutenant. She'll make you a lieutenant. And y'all get busy on this.
Maybe that's what that last super chat was saying, was Admiral Kirk. Maybe I'm supposed to be Admiral Kirk.
Oh,
I just
the Admiral. I get it now. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I read it wrong.
That could be. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Could
yeah. Be. You can be the lieutenant, Techie Head.
Start calling you Captain.
Whatever you want.
Captain Kelly.
Captain Kelly. It's got a nice ring to it.
Squid Patrol. Oh, I'm tired.
I know.
It's been a day. I'm tired.
Okay. Well, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thanks.
Yes.
I know it's late for all.
We're gonna recharge the batteries. It's been a week.
Yes.
It's been a lot setting up. Like, I mean, it's a lot of work. I've got a newfound respect for the people that really go hard into this streaming world, because it's a shitload of work. Just kind of getting everything, so my hat goes off to those people that do this often, but it's worth it, because in the end it's going to be worth it. And we just need all of you people to just stay riding with us. And Admiral Kelly, I'll put that one on the screen. That's pretty funny. And you make their face melt. Or no, they're dabbing.
Or is it? Yeah.
Yeah, they're dabbing. I thought it was a melty face.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, we need you people. We really do. And I really think that this is the way to do it. And that we're gonna get some big things done. So, Kelly, I'll let you have a last thought.
Oh, I see another one. Another super chat came in. Work hard, play harder, 23. Well, that's the way to go. Love listening to both of you. I like your idea for the itinerary.
Thank you. I think so too.
No cameras at the restaurant. So interesting. Well, thank you. And y'all just, kind of think of some ideas. Also, we want to be able to give you what you're looking for as well. So if there are some things that you feel like have not been covered, please let us know. We are totally open to feedback and just, want to be effective. So
yeah, and I'm going to edit video. I really hate that I'm going to have to do it, but cause some of it's going to be, it's the blood part. And but I will try and get that done and know ahead of time what we're going to be talking about, so that, I don't, upset the overlords at YouTube or Google or whoever does that. It's probably some bot that's like, ooh, blood. We're going to give you a strike. What's up?
Did you see Reflect the Sun actually had one? You might have missed. I'm so tired too.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry about that. reflect the sun. It looks like FaceTime or Frank Turek fell to his knees to pick up 2 pieces of debris that ricocheted across the lower platform onto the grass in front of him. Maybe even the piece that in Barron
I thought he was getting down there to twerk.
Well, he was. I mean, you know what's funny? I'm gonna have to look at that. Reflect the sun. Thank you. If he does, I did not look that closely at his hands, but he almost forgot to get down on his knees because he wanted to see so badly what actually happened. Like, I think he wanted to see like really what happened to Charlie. I mean, he knew what was happening, but he was like he was curious. He didn't hit his knees at the. It's kind of funny to see that because he was not. You could see it snapped. Oh, I've got to fill my role. You know, I got to get down, but it wasn't immediate. He wanted to see first. And yes, I've been so hard on Frank, and that's not going to stop.
Well, I'm happy to pile on. So, yeah, feel free to, if there's like a specific screenshot or time code, let us know. Shoot us a DM or something, and we'll take a closer look. Gosh,
are your DMs open on your pages?
Mine are, yes, they sure are. And then, I see that there is actually an Admiral Kirk in here. So I will resend my Admiral Kelly Kirk title.
Oh, that was Admiral Kirk who was messaging us.
Yeah, or it was a hello to Admiral Kirk in the chat, I think. Anyway, I will resend that and redirect that hello to you in the chat.
Yeah, you're not. Don't you try and take
Not
that.
me.
Rank.
Hey, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due.
You are Captain Kelly.
Yes. Yep. I'm back to Captain.
You're back to Captain.
Yep, back to Captain. And then hold on. Let's see. Oh, wait, Nikki. I think Nikki, we're gonna come back to you because we're gonna go through the whole thing of the Adam Bartholomew video. I know you're tired, Blake, but I think Nikki was asking about if you heard Adam Bartholomew telling someone that he's on the roof, but I don't know exactly which part she's talking about. Hold on. Maybe if she's still here. Or she said, I sent you a video of he's on the roof clip.
You got did you listen to the whole Adam from what I sent you, Kelly?
Yeah.
Have you listened to the whole thing?
Yeah.
I never heard him say anything about a roof.
Yeah, but I mean, I if I know exactly when.
The only thing that really is said audibly on that film that just absolutely is a dagger is what Santa Claus said to Adam Bartholomew.
She says if you play at half speed.
Really?
Half speed. Okay.
Does she have a timestamp? Can you
and
type
then,
in the timestamp?
And then he tells someone better hurry. I think she might. Nikki, did you email me that? I'm so sorry. You know I've been going like nutso the last few days. Well, I don't even know.
To be honest. I gotta have my sleep. Like you don't. Like you're like I gotta have sleep, but you just keep on trucking.
Oh my gosh!
I'm like I gotta have sleep, but I go to bed. I don't know how you do that. Like
I don't know how
you're amazing.
Well, I'm gonna she says around 5:30. So okay, good.
Really, that's early. At 5:30, he's walking.
That's good.
At 5:30, he's walking on the upper deck still, but he's walking underneath. He's over there where Phil Lyman was at the end. You know how Phil Lyman ends up upstairs and to the back because he shoots the video from inside. Have you seen that video from Phil?
Say that again now.
I said, have you seen that video from Phil? Because this, I think where if what she's saying is correct, at 5 minutes into Adam Bartholomew's, he's walking underneath Here, I'm just gonna
Yeah, pull it up. Pull it up. I was gonna say I can pull it up too if you want. While you're pulling it up, and I would say Admiral Kirk, I would concur. They've been on my sus list for a while, so that's just how I feel. Where was I going? I was starting to type. Oh, okay. And then Faith, I was just now typing to you, but I'll say it. I saw that Stu clip that showed potentially Tyler in the maroon shirt at the time of the shooting on the ground.
Damn it.
Running, but let's see. All right, here we go. Okay, so go to where he's looking at the back of those necks. He says, "Damn it." Then one of the boys says, "Yes." All that. And then as the pants keep, so it's coming very soon. I'm shaking.
Look at all the red cap.
Slow down. Nikki, does he need to slow it down? Oh my gosh, I wish we could bring Nikki up on the stage so she could walk us through it.
Did I go past it?
Hold on. She said, yes, it's right there. Did he go too far? Oh, she said it's right there. Okay. Yes, go back.
Go back.
Okay. Okay, and then they said as he's down at the crowd. Here it comes. He's above their shoulders on the balcony. A lady laughs. I don't know if we're supposed to pause it or
Yeah. Will you could you trim it, and are they on YouTube? If you're on X, will you just
says, here it comes, but yeah. Oh, she said she said it's right there. Hold on.
All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw it inside. I'm gonna dial down all the background noise, and I'll boost up all the the voices. It's what I did to Butch Hibbs when Butch is sitting there talking about Butch is the first person to link the question to the alleged shot. So I will do that here, and I'll have it ready to go for tomorrow. I'll isolate all of the background stuff.
I said Blake must sleep now. She said just play.
Press play. All right, I'm gonna give.
She said it's right now.
No,
Did you see that? Did you see it? I'm telling y'all, there's freaking things flying around in the sky.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like
They said-
it's the damnedest thing.
Oh my gosh. They said that was it, and this is play 2 more seconds.
What roof?
This is so fun. I wish that like people.
I'm telling you, you can watch. You can watch Adam Bartholomew's video. You can watch it for the next 5 years. And you're gonna find new shit.
Want us to be able to interact with people more in a
that's the key.
better platform. Top middle.
Don't watch, listen. All right.
over to protest side.
It's gonna put me to sleep. It's like my white noise machine. All right. I'm calling it a night. Like that's literally I'm like, that sounds just like my white noise machine.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm tired. Y'all, thank you very much for joining us. I will have this figured out tomorrow, and we will take it from the top and go through. Hopefully, we got some news tomorrow. Some news. Maybe the video puts out by Candace. Maybe she.
I can. If you want to do, I can put it up on my end. If if you want to dip out, and I can tinker around with it for a few minutes if they want, if anybody wants to, or I can start a new stream. I mean,
totally up to you. I
feel bad for the people who are like, it's right there.
All right, you're making me feel bad. We're gonna keep going.
Okay, hold on. Pause it for a second. Okay, you guys, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. So y'all be super specific about exactly what we're looking for. Like right now, what are we looking for? So that way we can go back.
I've always wondered. I've always wanted there to be where we could see the dude.
Can you put a time code up?
I'm sorry?
Can you put the time code up on there by chance?
Time code.
In the video that you're playing.
Oh, the ticker. Hang on. I got to turn that ticker off. Hang on.
Just so that way I don't know if that helps by chance for someone, if there's a delay. That might help.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. My mic. It went. Where did it go? There it is. Sorry if that hurt y'all's ears.
So Nikki says it's 550 in your video, but I don't know if that's the same exact.
On my video,
Yeah.
like this video here, or my video like on one of my pages?
After the next.
Okay, Kelly, you're going to start a stream.
He's over it. Okay, guys.
I'm a weakling.
I know. It's
I
okay.
was up super early. Okay. We'll be back tomorrow night. Y'all figured this out. And yeah, thank y'all for joining us. Good night, everyone.
Good night.